Hey everybody, welcome back. This is part 2 of our Garage Days episode, Hiding from the Weather. Where we left off, we were just about to start processing some material I got from Glacier Creek Mining Company up in Alaska. This bag is absolutely chock full of gold, perhaps over an ounce. But it was so dirty, we needed a little bit of time to get the dirt out. So that's what we're going to do today. Get the dirt out of that slop and see what's in it for gold. Let's take a look at it. But it's already getting late in the morning, so we're going to do that right after we have a snack. I got some meat sticks sent to me by Edmonds County Landing Gear. Edmonds County Landing Gear. Those guys have a channel down in, what does that say there, South Dakota. Go out and hunt geese and whatnot. They sent me some delicious meat sticks right here, and I got to tell you, these things are awesome. I'm going to go ahead and give Rigby one. Yeah, he needs that. He's a hard-working miner. Thank you very much. Those are delicious. Bam! All right, we'll pick up right where we left off. Now I got this material from Tony over at Glacier Creek Mining Company, and I have a little bit left over here, and I was doing some classifying and whatnot, and we yanked out some gold already, which consists of this here 3-gram piece, absolutely fantastic, and this 7+ grammer, kabong, along with a lot of nice sized gold flakes. This is going to be quite fun, and the reason why we didn't do it last time is because of this. Poof. That stuff is so dirty. One little scoop like that ruins 5 gallons of water instantly. So we're going to go ahead and process this material along with this stuff here. And we're going to get the gold out of it nice and clean. Now there are a number of different ways that we could use to get all the filth out of this material here to get the gold out. Like this drill right here. I mean, I could dump all my material in a 5-gallon pail of water, stir it around, but it still wouldn't get all the dirt out of it. You'd have to repeat that process over and over. And that would require 5 to 6 different pails of water. So I'm going to show you a different method that I like to use in the shop so I don't have to run back and forth to the house to get water out here so often. All right, now we should be able to do this no problem with a half a 5-gallon pail of water. That's what we have here. Nice clean water. So I'll just go ahead and take some of this material, put it into a pan, just like this. I could probably throw 3 pretty good sized scoops in there. Just like that. I'll grab a cup of water right out of my pail, and I'll dump that right on there. Just like that. Now you can see just how dirty and filthy that gets that water. I'll just take my hand and mash it around in there real good. It's kind of creating a sludge, if you will. So I'll make sure that any gold's not going to float around in there. I'll get it all down to the bottom. And I might even add just a hair more water just because it's turning into pea soup. There we go. Give her a little shake, just like that. And I'll riffle sides down. I'll just take this material or the water and I'll dump it in this tub right here. Just like that. Then I'll grab another cup of water and I'll do it again. Just like that. Instantly I can tell how much thinner the water is this time. Oh yeah, definitely. And I'll shake that all down to the riffle side. Just like that. Dump it out. Yuck. I might have to do that one more time, but I'm saving a whole lot of water doing it this way. It might take a little bit longer, but that's fine with me. I want to run this material over a 6-inch VDR cleanup sluice, and I want to see the gold. So let me take just a little bit of time and get this stuff all nice and cleaned up, and then we're going to set up our cleanup sluice and run it all over that. Dun 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 dun. Cobbles. And there we have it. We got our larger material all cleaned up and our small stuff ready to roll. And we just have to set up our sluice, and we didn't even make a mess. Who made that mess over there? Was it you? And kablamo! We've got our 6-inch VDR cleanup sluice all set up. I could have probably used the 3-inch one, but this thing gets so lonely. And I'll go ahead and turn on the water via my speed controller. And you'll notice there are a few bubbles in here. We haven't used this thing in quite some time, so I'll just go ahead and tap those bubbles out of there. And there's probably going to be some all the way down. We'll just go ahead and get rid of them. Those will float your gold. That's for sure. And I think we've got those all out of there. Matter of fact, I'm going to grab just a little bit of jet dry over here and give that a nice little squirt. That breaks the surface tension of the water. Otherwise, gold will float on it, much like how a spider walks on water, the surface tension. We'll grab a big scoop of that, throw it on there. That's my first scoop, obviously, so we'll probably have to play with the water just a little bit. But we don't want to lose any, that's for sure. Yeah, I think that's running just a little bit too low, so I'll turn that up a hair. There we go. Everything's bouncing around in there pretty nice, looks like. I'll get 5, 6 of these on there. I can spread that out just like that. This one's a little bit wider than the 3-inch, well, twice as wide. So I can use the whole darn thing, and I'm seeing some flakes of gold on there for sure. All kinds of gold in there. This is gonna be good. Wait till I run that big stuff. That big stuff, gonna be some big flakes. Ooh, we're just getting started. Look at that big old flake. This is so full of gold. Look at that, maybe 8 scoops out of there so far. That's deep. Yeah, nice and clean. I can see the gold, and that's exactly what I was going for. Get rid of all that dirt so I can see down in all these little vortices and swirly pockets, etc. Just to make sure everything's churning around the way I want. So I don't want to have to do this 10 times. I just want to do it 1 time. I'll pan out the tailings eventually, but this is going to get the majority of the gold once you get this thing operating correctly. If there's not too much gold, and it's starting to look like it's getting packed up already. I tell you, the problems us gold miners have, you know, it's tough. Right, Rigby. Yeah. I don't know why he just don't lay on his darn kitty blanket. He's embarrassed. That material is all in there, at least the small stuff. And as you can see, the water got a little bit murky, but there is tons and tons of gold in there. And I see that thing is just chock full of gold, and it gets a little bit less as you go down. And the water is a little too murky for me to be 100% positive, but I don't think I saw any gold past this area right here. But we're gonna turn this baby down and do a little bit of inspection. Heck, I could do that right now. Let me turn that right down, just so you can see through the water really well. Look at the amount of gold in that thing. Oh my gosh. Just tons and tons of gold. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to see too much down and through there. So I'll turn that all the way off. And that's the end of the water. Now we can see down in them. And I do see a little bit of maybe some powder gold right there. Not really sure if that's gold right there or not. It's hard to say. That stuff had so much of that silt in there. There's some gold down in there. Let's get this stuff into a pan and we'll take a look at it nonetheless. Oh yeah, there we go. I'll turn that baby on just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's cleaning out real nicely. I just love using these things. They're really easy to clean up and they actually work. That's for sure. Turn that off. Whoop. I see a little bit of gold in there. There we go. That gold, there's so much gold in there, it was stuck in the darn ripples. Let's take another look. Yeah. There, now we got it. All those ripples were just full of gold. Oh my God, this is going to be something cool. Let's get that into a pan. All right, I'm going to dump this out, right? I'm going to dump some of that water in there. I'm going to dump this out right in front of you guys, just like that. And I'll pull it back just a hair so you guys can get an idea of what's in there for gold. Let me dump off a little bit of that water. All right, let me get this down to one end here if I can. And then I'll come up here behind the camera. We'll take a little peek at it together. Your first view, my first view. Yeah, that holds on to a little bit more material than the 3-inch one does, obviously. But it sure does a bang-up job. This will take me a little longer to clean up. Oh my God, it's thick with gold. Hope you guys can see that. Let me throw that in a 3, and I'll keep doing it. Look at the gold showing up there. It's thick, just thick. Holy smokeronies. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this just a little bit longer. I bet you that's a solid pile of gold right there. Look at that. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna go get some more clean water, and we are in for a real treat. In for a real treat right here. That's right. Man, oh man. I don't know if I've ever had a pan of gold with this much gold in it before like this, just raw. That is something. That sluice really did a nice job. Excellent job. There we go. Now we're getting down into the meat. Now I know I'm losing some, and I'll turn the camera off and I'll take my sweet time, but you know, you guys absolutely love seeing this stuff too. And that's one of the reasons we do this. You guys like it. We like it. Everybody likes it. Look at that. That is a monster pile right there. Gosh, golly. Oh my gosh. That is just insane. And a lot of that is absolutely fine powder gold for sure. All right, so I'm going to take my time, get this done right, and show you guys something incredible. And then we're going to work on the big stuff. And here's all that gold, all cleaned up, nice and pretty like. And as you can see, it covers the bottom of the pan. There are some really nice looking pieces in there. This is just the small stuff, mind you. But there are some chunky little bits in there. And plenty of everything else too. All right, now that's a lot of gold. But before we get into that big stuff, I'm going to run the tailings that we just ran over my cleanup sluice, that it's in this old mucky bottom right here. Blech. I'll dig that all out of there, and we'll pan it out just to see if we lost any. We probably did. I mean, that's a ton of gold, and we ran it pretty quick. But let's find out for sure. All right. That's some good old-fashioned sludge. That's right. Yeah. But it's better than it was when I got it in the mail. I gotta tell you that. That was some dirty stuff. There. Let's run that. Pan it out. This is the gold from our tailings. Right here. Not all that much. I mean, let's just take a look over here. Okay. That's awful thick pile. I'll take those results any day of the week. Kablam. And here's our large material. Or larger material. We'll go ahead and we'll pan a bunch of this stuff out. Let's just do 2 at a time here. I'm just going to go ahead and use this dirty water over here. Because if there's any gold in this stuff, it's going to be quite heavy and quite noticeable. And I can fight through having just a little bit of dirty water. We'll pan through one together. Let me throw my glasses on. There we go. Now we can both see. All right. Well, judging by the way I was finding pieces of gold when I was classifying earlier, I'm assuming that we're in for a treat as far as larger gold might go. And this stuff pans out pretty darn easily too. And I did put my magnet on this stuff, and there were a couple of tiny little pieces of magnetics, but he must have went over this stuff before he sent it to me. Yeah, that's probably far enough. And I'll go ahead and pull this one here back and see if there's anything larger in this stuff here. Yeah, I see a couple of pieces already. Yep, look at there. Oh yeah, definitely. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. So we are in for a treat. I'll go ahead and get these cleaned up. There's some dandy pieces in there for sure. I'll get this all cleaned up and we'll take a look at it. And we're done. We got it. Here's all the big stuff right here. That's what we just got done panning out. Look at that. There's some really, really nice pieces in there. And they go kalunk. For sure. Plenty of them. Here's our little stuff over here that we were panning out before. There we are. Included in that are these monkers right here that we started the video off with. That big 3 grammer and that huge monster 7 grammer right there. Man, oh man. Let me see if I can pan in on that stuff. Oh yeah. Let me give you a flip. Oh, it's so beautiful. Let's get this stuff dried out and weighed up. All right, now here's all that gold all nice and dried up, the bigger stuff and the little stuff in there, and there is plenty of absolute fine powder gold in there. I'm going to go ahead and weigh these up one at a time. We got 3.13 grams, and we've got 7.11 grams. I'll just go ahead and throw those both right in there, and then we'll add all the small stuff. That's where things really add up. Even out in the creek when we're getting all that teeny gold we find in Wisconsin or working out on the beach, that's where your gold adds up. I mean, unless you're finding giant nuggets all day long, that's where our meat and potatoes is, that real small stuff. Here, I got about half of that on there, always sitting 18 grams. Ooh, doggy. There we go. Oh, it's starting to pile up now. Now what are we looking? 29.94. Let me dump the last little bit of this in there. There we go. Looks like we got just a, oh, that's all gold right there. It's just super, super fine. Super duper fine. Dump that right in there too. We have 32.26 grams. Holy cow, Tony. Well, there you have it. A day in the life of a off-duty gold miner. Darn weather kept us out of the creek this weekend, but that's no big deal. We'll get back out there soon enough. I've been chomping at the bit to pan out this bag, and I'm so happy I did, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. Huge gold, large gold, small gold, micro gold. This bag had it all. Thank you again, Glacier Creek Mining Company. I couldn't appreciate it more. So until the next episode, like, share, subscribe. Please do leave a comment. It helps build our channel. Check out our Patreon page in the description box below. Flourgoldwizards, out. Yeah.